The recent economic downturn forced many companies to make hard choices about staff, programs, and even products and services. But for the Gartner and One-to-One Customer Award winners, it also created an opportunity to focus on customers. In this podcast, leaders from Cigna, Eon, Black & Decker, American Family Mutual Insurance, SmartyPig, and ShipServe all discuss how the economy has changed their priorities for the better. Ingrid, how has the economic situation changed your priorities?
Great question. It actually hasn't changed our priorities at all from a how are we going to detract from paying attention to our customers. We've actually changed our priorities to be able to focus more of our resources, time, and energy on our customers. What we realized specifically in the last 12 months as the economic situation has been fluctuating wildly around us is that we really have to be available to people when they need us. We learned that people don't necessarily go and work on their benefits Monday through Friday, 8 until 5. So we are delighted to be able to have made the investment to be the first national health care system that is available to our customers 24/7, 365 days a year. And what we found is that people are so delighted that we're there. We also have spent an enormous amount of time and money and effort simplifying the explanation of benefits, which is the piece of information or the piece of communication that is most often passed between a health care plan and its individual customer. We spent a lot of time and money simplifying that and really making sure that it was very easy to understand. So as people are having to make very difficult decisions about their time, their money, and their resources, we are providing every tool that we possibly can to them in order to make the best decisions based on their circumstance.
Today we're speaking with Derek Parkin, Managing Director of Business Services for Eon UK. How has the economy changed your priorities?
Well, the economic downturn has meant that working even more closely with our customers is more critical now than ever. We put ourselves in our customers' shoes by developing different ways of working to support them through this period. And I can give an example. We've changed our business model to segment and offer different services to different customers rather than the traditional one-size-fits-all model that you often see within shared services. So by working closely with our customers, we've been able to understand where we can flex our model to support them whilst taking cost out of their business. Secondly, we've really looked at our commercial model in some areas of business services to introduce a pay-as-you-go methodology which gives our customers both flexibility to expand and contract their service provision at a time when every penny counts. And this has worked really well in areas such as change management and learning and development. We've also enhanced our information packs to reflect better the costs that our customers can influence. In other words, to allow them to drive the right behaviours within their organisation. As a result, we're now more explicit in explaining the financial benefits of shared services. And we're also pushing to expand the scope of shared services to deliver benefits and higher value-added activities. In this respect, even though the group aims to reduce its costs, our shared service agenda has a growth and development aspect.
Chuck, how has the economy changed your priorities?
I think in today's economy, we're starting to focus more on customer retention as opposed to customer acquisition. As the economy continues to sour and recovery is projected to take a little longer than most people expected, it's pretty important that companies look for ways to hold on to the customers that they already have, and still, acquisition has to be part of the mix, but certainly retention is going to play a much bigger role.
I would say that it hasn't, other than potentially strengthening our resolve around customer focus. Our data and our experience shows us that if we focus on what the customer needs from us, growth will come. And that's our premise. And so our corporation has had to be fiscally responsible, like all corporations right now in these economic times. But when we take a look at all the investments that we could make, and all the investments that we might have to forego until things turn around, we have not taken anything away from the investments we're making in customer focus. And that becomes very clear when you sit in meetings and we talk about of the things that we'll have to forego for a year or two. They're more infrastructure things not related to the customer. So that is very affirming.
As the economy gets worse, certainly people are saving more. Sad but true. That is a positive impact for us. Certainly if people are going to save more, they're going to look towards vehicles that help them save, and hopefully SmartyPig is on one of their lists. So I think from that perspective, our numbers continue to rise exponentially, both from a user perspective and a core deposit perspective. But as any company, you're very mindful of how you spend money, and to this day, we really have not done any traditional advertising for our product. We've been very fortunate to utilize other means to attract customers, whether it's through the social space, it's through Twitter, or just engaging thought leaders or industry experts. I think through a lot of those interactions and virally the spread that it created, we've just been very fortunate in how we've been able to get the message out on a really tight budget.
How has the economic situation changed your priorities?
The idea is not just understanding, the requirements of our customers and tailoring a sales and marketing conversation, but also how we develop our product and so on. So, I think, we've really moved to develop a better understanding, a closer understanding at a very, very micro level on a for us, a company-wide scale.
To learn more about relationship strategy, visit www.one-to-one-media.com.